Good evening folks, and a very warm welcome. It's not a repair video tonight, I'm afraid. I'm not repairing anything. I've got nothing to repair. Well, I have. Well, actually I haven't. Everything I've got works. I haven't actually. Basically, what I'm doing, I'm experimenting with a new camera angles, and you know, I usually used to have the camera. I'll show you where I used to have the camera. Oh, if I just pan the camera around, I used to have the camera on top of that power supply there, but I used to have it on a rickety old tripod, which is shit. Anyway, I've made this stand. This is made out of an old microphone stand and a curtain rail with a tripod head put on the top of it, and it's actually quite sturdy. And I've got my remote control tripod head on there as well. You see, basically what I want to do, what I'm actually looking for. I mean, I'm like the rest of, well, most of us anyway. I'm like most of us YouTubers. Basically, I'm on a meagre budget. I can't afford a studio with multiple cameras. I don't enjoy editing. I hate editing. I can do it, but I hate it. And basically, what I want to do, I used to have the camera in the far corner there, near the monitor, but I don't want it there because it's just not right, and things don't focus properly, and the zoom looks shit. So basically, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pan the camera. I'm going to tilt the camera up to start with, and I'm going to get the scope in the middle of the screen, which is about there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to change remote controls. I'm going to zoom in. And look at that. That is what I'm looking for, folks. I'm looking for an angle with the camera where I can show you, as well as show you what I'm doing, I can show you what's happening under test conditions, you know, and that looks pretty acceptable. I mean, this is not an HD camera, although my footage just said on YouTube does say HD. It isn't HD. It's standard definition. It's just the way I re-encode it. You know, I re-encode it that way because it make the file size a bit smaller, and I just can't be bothered messing about, so I just leave it on the settings. Well, the camera I had before this wasn't HD, but I traded. I needed a remote control camera, so as you all know, I did a deal with my friend Mike, and where a little bit of money changed hands in my favour, and he got my HD camera, which he loves to bits. Now if I zoom back out, I can go even closer, by the way, look at that. And I can go even closer if I had the screen of the scope centred. But look at that, that's a nice crisp image, that'll do me. Now where the camera was, I couldn't get that kind of an image back there. And with it in the far corner, I couldn't get that kind of an image. I can even, if I go back to the other remote, oops, come down a bit, there we go. You know, I can even zoom in. Let's turn my signal generator on, my function generator. There we go. Now let's see if we can zoom in on that, because when it was over there you couldn't. I mean, that meter didn't even look decent when it was over there. So what we'll do, we'll zoom in on the meter and then we'll bring the tripod up. Right, well, we're on the washroom cleaner and detergent at the moment, but let's move up. Whoops. See, you couldn't read that meter when it was in the far corner and you zoom in. You can't read that meter. You know, that meter's unintelligible. And the frequency counter, you couldn't really read that when it's over there either. But that's nice and crisp. I'm happy. That's an happy medium, that. I mean, you can't read that because there's LEDs and there's lights in it. So you can't read that. I wonder if going further back, you'd be. I wonder if changing. Let's experiment with the camera settings. We'll see if we can change a setting where you can read that. I need the glasses on for this. But this might, this is just really me messing about, trying to find a happy medium. I should go see Mystic Meg, shouldn't I? So basically, function. Can you not do it when? No, you got to pause it. Never mind. You can't do it on the fly while you're recording, which was a shame. I was hoping to get a nice effect. But what we'll do is zoom out. But even zooming right in, you know, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause the camera. Now if I turn the exposure down, folks, you can actually see that I've actually, you can actually read what's on there now, and I won't be able to do it, I won't be able to bring it up. I'll try it anyway. Oh, you can. Oh, you can do that under function. There you are. Oh, right. Yeah, that's how it's done. So I can actually show you that. So if I needed to show you what was on there, I could just turn the exposure down, and I could show you what was on that meter, on that function generator. I could show you what was on there, but there we go. Right. And press set and it gets rid of the icon. Right, so if I zoom back out, I mean everything else you can see, I mean it's, wow. You know, but if we go down now this is the meat of it now. This is where I need, oops, I think I need to adjust the white balance of, everything's a bit out there, isn't it? Let me just, because I don't think you can set any of it. No. Be back in a minute, folks. Anyway, folks, let me just check that we're right here. That's focus. We're on manual focus there, we want to be on auto. Exposure. That's it. That's better. That's how it should be, auto exposure. That's where I wanted it. Anyway, that's how it should be. Now, if we come back down to here, there's my drink, no alcohol in that, but that's optional. I can add some should I choose. Now I can swing this round almost, well, there Jay, there's my solder, my solder fairy brought it back. I heard you mention me the other night when you said where's my solder, you went where's my bloody solder, and then you said there it is. I thought Andy's solder fairy had had it for a minute there. You're a great lad, Jay, a top bloke, honestly, mate. Anyway, I'll let you know when I get some more stuff for you. Anyway, let's lift the lid up on this and zoom in. Try zooming on the turntable. Oops, that's the wrong one. Well, we're not zoomed in. There we go. Now if I adjust, oops, wrong way. The motor on this is wired up back to front, because when you press left it goes fucking right. And the up and down are in the right order. I repaired this last night and I wired the motor back up how it was originally done. So it's not my problem, it's done in the factory. But you know, you can obviously I think we're on manual focus there, you know. Let me just go into focus, because that is not focusing. Alright. That's macro. That's it, I think. Yeah, because that's macro. If I zoom in now on macro mode, yeah, it should be macro. That's actually knocking it right out of focus. There we go. Now that's right in focus. The thing is, it's on manual focus. How the fuck did I change it? Oh, I think I know how to change it. You have to skip back. You have to press up. There you are. Now if I press that, doesn't do anything. But it should maintain focus. There we go. Let's zoom all the way out. There you are. And now zoom in. I've not played with the settings. Let's just get rid of that. There we go. I've not played with the settings on this camcorder for a while, folks, and you know, because I generally can't even focus in or try to on that piece of shit on the turntable. And you know, I can't even see that piece of shit on the turntable. I would say it's about there. It's there. Can't move my hand everywhere, didn't it, except on the bit, look. Anyway, let's zoom out. But that's all I'm doing tonight, folks. I'm just playing about because I just want to find different camera angles. I mean, I'm just experimenting, really. And I think I'm going to have it here, because I can have it on the big monitor, I can have it on the big telly, which is not a problem, or I can put another telly in here and I can have it on that. I can, you know, I can zoom in. You can all see, if I'm say this is not on at the moment, folks, but you know, if I just hypothetically look, you know, you can see what I'm working on, you can see what I'm doing. I mean, this is roughly where a lot of them have their video camera anyway, and I noticed Jay has his about the same place roughly, maybe a bit further this way his, but because he has it within arm's reach, so he can reach his tripod to adjust it. Whereas me, I've got the luxury of having this device, which has an aerial on it, and and it interferes, as you just heard, with the B&O. But with the aerial up anyway, the aerial down doesn't bother it. But Let's just zoom down, climb down a bit there, we'll come down a bit, there we go. And there's me again. My hair's a mess, look, I can get it cut tomorrow. Yeah, smile. Yeah. You good looking fat fucker. And there's all my shit. I'll tell you what folks, there's that P4. I'll tell you what folks, I'm not short of any toilet papers. Not short of a bog roll. People can't accuse me of not wiping my shitter. And I can even show you, you know, I can even pan right round here. I mean, it don't go full 360, but it's not far off. You know, and I can show you what's happening on here, and you know, there's my solder station, and you know, you can't really see me iron. Oh, you can't really see me iron because you can just see the top of it there. But when I'm working, my iron's not all over. My iron's next to me here. When I'm working, when I'm doing any soldering, the iron's right next to me. But anyway, folks, I'm going to leave this one there, and I'm going to leave the camera here. Let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, because you know, you don't have to let me know what you think about me rabbiting on. I know what you think about that. Just let me know what you think about the camera angle. You know, and I think it's I think it's the one to go for, to be honest. You know, I definitely think it's the one to go for. There we go, look at that. Yeah, that's a good compromise, that, I think. Because if I'm zoomed out and I'm here, people do say that sometimes I move the work out of you. Well, I can't. If I'm here and I'm resting something right on the edge of the bench or against my fat belly, then you can always see what I'm doing. So yeah, I think that's, I mean, this can't go any, this camera can't go any higher up than that. I mean, it'd be nice if it could, but it can't. That's the highest it can go. And all the leads reach. The lead from the television set reaches, the lead from the computer reaches it, so I can get the footage off without too much fucking about, without having to see what I was doing. I was having to lift the camera off the power supply with that big heavy tripod head on it, and I broke it the other week because it fell off, and I had to replace the motor that pans the camera. The tilt motor never got damaged. That's to be made out of a bit stronger stuff. But the pan camera is on the pan motor is only a small motor. It's only a little small 3-volt motor with a little reduction gearbox in it. And one of the gears sheared and it only fell over because I was moving it. And you know where that is now, that can't fall over because you know you know, I could probably catch the stand with my chair. But, and I probably will many times, but until I get used to it, I've got a bit of super glue stuck on my belly. I had a bit of an altercation with the super glue earlier, folks. Anyway, let me know what you think anyway. Like I say, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'm going to get off because this is going to get long and we've not gotten outdone. Thanks for watching, folks, but please give me your opinion. I value what you tell me. Thank you very much, folks, and thanks for watching, and more to come later. Bye for now.